Welcome back, everybody, to Life Beyond the Three, presented by the Center Street Media Network. We got a great host, we got a great co-host, and we got great people.
It's always been kind of like that, and I think that's one reason why I'm ultra competitive. I'm the fifth child out of six, so I got one younger brother and everyone else is older.
We would do back squat and then also either deadlift or clean right after, and then we would go out and do that full core drill. You remember the full core layups?
The layups?
Yes, bro.
Oh,
we do that like
gosh.
3 or 4 times.
Yes.
Like,
And he'd get mad every single time. He's like, you're not doing it right.
yeah, like.
Welcome back, everybody, to Life Beyond the Three, presented by the Center Street Media Network. I'm Trev Nell, your host.
And I'm Trey Stewart. Just kidding. I'm Tanner Hayhurst. Filling in for Trey today.
We got a great guest today. Actually, we got two guests. We got TH, and we got the man, the myth, the legend, Tanner Toolson. How you doing, bro?
What's up, man? It's good to be here, bro.
Dude, how's life? It's
Been
different.
no, for sure. It's been a little crazy the last little bit, but finally starting to get calmed down a little bit. Got to finish up finals, and then I'll really be free. But it's
So,
pretty cool.
Are you done with finals yet or no?
Next week, got another week and a half-ish, so
Okay.
trying to finish it all up.
Are you done with finals?
Sheesh. No, we're still going. It's online though.
Let's
Online
go.
school. It's
Online
chill.
schooling.
They don't do school at CSI.
Yeah, CSI.
Listen, man, we do basketball. Yeah.
Okay, well, I just kind of want to dive right into like your life a little bit. So you're from Alpine, moved to Washington. So talk about like how you're from Alpine and everything.
You know, whatever floats your boat, Trev.
He's a Lone Peak guy.
He's a peaker.
No, this has
For
been
you
an ongoing.
peaker out there, like, gosh.
This has been an ongoing thing since freaking 2020, since Trev was a freshman at BYU. So fun fact, actually, when I was living in Washington in high school, when I was getting recruited by Coach Pope, I don't know if you remember this, but he was FaceTiming me out of nowhere, and I still hadn't committed anywhere yet. And he's up in the team room. He's like, hey, well, you're going to meet some of the players. He gives the phone to Alex Marcello. He's like, hey, what's up, man? Like, this kid's got no idea who I am. And then he hands the phone to you, and you're like, hey, what's up, man? Like, blah, blah, blah. This is back in 2020. This
Wow.
is before my mission.
That's crazy.
And I was like, oh, wow, Trevin, no. And then I came back from mission. I'm like, oh, he's still here.
No, we played what? Was this 1 year?
Just 1 year. I mean, I was only at BYU for a year.
And we were 2 years?
2 years.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, War Dogs.
Trev's seen everything, man.
Yeah.
War
Yeah,
Dogs
dude.
back in the redshirt days.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because you played like AU ball with my little brother.
Mm-hmm. And
then-
played him in high school in a San Diego
Oh, you
tournament.
did play him. Cooked him, I think, right? Mm-hmm. And then, no, my real bro. Like, you guys played well, but Washington ball is different. And then kind of crazy, like you and my brother were friends, and now I feel like me and you are even closer. Like we're actually like really, really close.
Yeah,
Which is kind of fun and kind of cool.
Actually, so I grew up playing with Quaid in my X Factor team. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah,
And
I
we
remember
were
watching you guys. I was like, wow.
we were at practice, and I remember we were all like, "Oh my gosh, that's Trevor now! Like he's going to BYU." Blah blah blah. It's just so weird how it all connects.
It's crazy
all
when
comes
you're
together.
little, like how fun. Like you look up to all these guys. You're like,
Yes.
oh, this guy's like he's going committed to this place, and then it's like you're there, right?
Mhm.
You're literally that
It's
person that
weird,
people are looking
bro.
up to. It's super super cool. And TH, CSI, SUU.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just
gosh.
getting ready to go to SUU down here in a few months. So
Let's go. When
excited
do
about
you guys have to report?
I'll probably report late May 26th, 27th ish.
Okay, so you only got like a month of like kind of having fun,
Mm-hmm.
saying bye to all the females in UV area, and then heading out. Okay. And TH?
June 1st. I'll
June
be
1st.
moving down to Cedar City. Let's
Cedar
go.
City? Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. So say what's up to the camera.
Cedar, yeah, Cedar,
Cedar
ain't ready.
Holla.
Cedar ain't ready for TH.
If you're from Cedar, holler.
If you're in Cedar, you know, he's single still?
This guy, I am single.
Okay,
yeah, you
Cedar.
had to put me
Hide
on
your
blast on the
women.
camera. That's crazy.
Hide your women.
Hide your woman, hide your kids.
This guy, bro. We got to cut that. Cut that.
But I remember when you guys like were with my brother, you know, playing AU ball. Andy was a huge like, you know, I feel like he was a huge role in my life. I know he's your dad, and like he's been a huge a mentor, a hero for you, and he played for the Utah Jazz and everything. So how is it being able to like play basketball, and your dad's played in the NBA, he's been there, he's done it, kind of lean on that relationship a little bit?
It's way cool. A lot of people kind of talk to me about like the Toolson Legacy, with me being at Utah Valley, and for a lot of my siblings and cousins, and my dad played here in the Happy Valley area with BYU or UVU or whatever that is. And they're all like, "Oh, do you feel a lot of pressure?" And honestly, like it is kind of like annoying sometimes. They're like, "Oh yeah, he's just a Toolson, this, and this," and you kind of want to crave out your own story.
100%.
But it's also like it's such a blessing to be able to have those mentors in front of you. And my brother and my dad, like they've been super good at just like helping me in whatever way I need it. When I'm struggling, my dad kind of just tells me to just keep doing your thing. Like you got to trust your work. And having my dad having all those experiences overseas in the NBA and in BYU,
cool.
like him being able to tell me all these different stories and give me all these different lessons has helped me not only with basketball but mentally as well through life. He's a great mentor inside and outside of basketball.
What's like what advice have you like really taken from him that's like really resonated? I feel like you went from BYU and then you've had an incredible couple years at UVU and now you're going to TCU. So like what's the like advice that you really hold on to?
Yeah, no, 100%. I think the biggest thing he always tells me is just keep playing. I think it was Christmas time-ish, even this year. Last year I kind of struggled. My percentages weren't great. This year I was on the same track. Like my percentages weren't great. I'd obviously improved my body a lot this summer, but like it was
Flex
just
for the camera real quick.
Nah, it's all right.
Yes, sir.
But it was by Christmas time. I was probably shooting like 29 from 3, averaging like 9.5 a game, and my dad was just telling me, I was like, it's gonna turn around. Like with how much work you put in, there's no way it can't not turn around. You just gotta have faith and trust that. You gotta trust your work. And the second half of the season, like I really bought into that and kind of just stopped stressing and stopped worrying about everything and just started playing basketball. And every day I kind of took it as a new chance, new opportunity to prove myself. And I ended up starting to play well. And a huge credit to that is to my dad and to what he taught me with keeping my shot consistent and just trusting my work.
I love that. I think that helped me a ton, is trusting the work. I know. So, like, I got a text going into the tournament. It was like, you put in the work, so go out there, thank God, and go hoop. Like, that was it. And I was like, oh, that, like, hit me so strong. So I was like, we've all put in the work, right? And so now it's just like you got to trust and just whatever happens at that point.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough. Yeah, I've been at the Toolson house for the family dinners and stuff when Andy's giving the advice and all that.
I need to hop into this.
And something that people don't maybe don't know about Tooley is he comes from a really competitive family too. Everyone knows Andy, but they don't know the sibling rivalry there. It runs pretty deep. Talk about that just a little bit about the growing up with all the brothers and Taryn as well, but. Talk about that.
Okay, co-host. Okay. That's a great question.
No, it's always been kind of like that, and I think that's one reason why I'm ultra competitive. I'm the 5th child out of 6, so I got one younger brother and everyone else is older. And growing up, I always wanted to kind of be like my older brothers. I always kind of wanted to be with them, hang out with them, go play hoops with them, soccer, football, whatever it was. And I would lose every time. Bro, they were brutal. They would like borderline bullying, but it was all.
It's like an older brother.
It's all love.
Exactly. Nah, but like they would let me get to like if we're playing to 21, they let me get to 19, and they just pummel me.
Oh, that's so sad. You see the finish line, and then it's just like it's taken away from me.
But it made those wins so much sweeter, and I think that just made me ultra competitive. Mm-hmm. It made me scrap and claw and made me want to do anything just to win.
Yeah.
Because beating my older brother, like that was like the big thing.
When was the first time you beat him?
In hoops?
Yeah.
We're talking about Connor right now, or Trevor.
Connor and Trevor.
Both of them.
First
time.
When I officially overtook them.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean.
They didn't let you win. You actually beat them.
No, yeah. Probably my senior year of high school.
Really?
Senior year of high school.
Okay, Trevor and Connor hooping.
Hey, Connor's a hooper, man. UVU legend.
Connor played 2 years as a pro.
Yeah.
And he was he played at Utah Valley when I was in high school. But ever since I got back from my mission, like I haven't lost them once.
Really? Okay.
And now they're like, all right, whatever. But
we might have to get that's a big deal to get a one-on-one match. I might have to call Connor up real quick.
Oh, please do. That boy's out of shape, man.
Oh, that's funny. Well, that's big time. I remember my brother-in-law, Holton. He played at UVU. Wow, it's like a UVU reunion. He played at UVU, and I remember when I first beat him, it was like, oh, I finally did it. You can almost like relax just a little bit. Like, I'm out this person. I'm out now this good. But that is fun. I know rivalries go crazy. My brother and I, a lot of fights break out. A lot of things might be said. And then you're like, dude, I know we said these, but we're still family, right?
That's how it is. Like trash talk and everything it is. And I remember we were in the church one time. Me and Trevor were playing up in Washington. And
not Alpine?
Yeah, I'm from Washington. we never addressed that really.
No,
he's from Alpine.
Anyways,
he's a peaker.
So we were playing, and we were both like frustrated. I'm getting mad. He's fouling the crap out of me. My dad just laughing over there, giggling on the side. And I said a choice word to him, and he like you see in his eyes, like, what did you just call me? And I'm like, oh crap! Like I kind of got scared, but I had to I couldn't show that, and I had to finish the game. So I ended up beating him. We end up going in different hallways. Yeah. We just got to calm down a little bit. And then I come back in the gym, and he's still mad. And I'm just like, freak. Like, I probably should have done that. And I go out, and I start crying because I felt so bad.
Serious?
Yes, yes. And he's like, no, bro, it's not a big deal. And that's when I realized, like, no, it's just, yeah. So.
That's huge, bro. Yeah. Those brother rivalries, family rivalries can run deep. They can run very deep. What about you and Scott, bro?
What about him?
Is there any rivalries with you and Scott?
TH is yet to beat Scott.
Dude, Scott's a problem from the mid-range, let me tell you that. Nah, he's as I got older in high school, he had shoulder problems and back problems, things like that. He wasn't really able to hoop too much. But when I was younger, he showed no mercy when we played ones. He was always backing me down in the post, and I mean, obviously, a great mentor though, great guy, always helping me, kind of similar to the way Andy was for Thule, just a big time role model and somebody who always pushed me to be a better basketball player. So. Yeah.
Dads are awesome. They're like heroes, and like I feel like we don't tell them enough. You know, like we just like expect it from them almost. But yeah, shout out to all the dads out there. We love you guys.
Yep.
And whatever you guys do, it does not go unnoticed.
Absolutely.
So now that we decided that you're from Washington, high school, you were a star there. Mr. Basketball, you hold the records now for most points.
Mr. Basketball over Paolo Banchero and future number 1 overall pick.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Okay, Thule. White chocolate?
Let the people know on that
one. Let's go. Wow. Okay, so how was that? Did you ever play against Paolo?
We never played against each other. We got in the same tournament. Okay. But O'Day had lost the round before, so we would have played them the next round, but then they lost.
He just wasn't good.
I mean, you watch him play. He's walking around. He's going like this. He just didn't care.
He didn't care. Yeah.
If he could have cared, he would have smacked everybody. That dude was a problem in high school.
Wow, I didn't even know. That's super cool.
Yeah.
But you have the record for points, assists, steals, most field goals made at the high school. That is
Mr. Union. Mr. Union right here.
Over here. That is super cool. How was like your high school experience? I know you probably played against some really high-level athletes. You didn't play against Paolo, but is there any other like pro? Is there anybody you know that you played against that like super well known?
Yeah, my junior year, we were going into regionals and we played against Federal Way, which is a school up in Seattle, and we played against. There's a team that had Tari Eason and Jaden McDaniels on it. Okay. The same high school team, which is stupid.
T-Wolves.
Yeah.
Go crazy.
Yeah, and Tari Eason's on the Rockets right now playing some Warriors.
Oh my gosh.
And so. But they were just stupid athletes.
Yeah.
And we ended up losing to them. It was like our second loss of the year. But high school was always, it wasn't always like the easiest route for me because I was tiny. I was 5'6" my freshman year. Yeah.
How tall are you now?
6'5".
Blue eyes.
Like a little
finance. What's your major?
Maybe a finance bro too.
Finance?
Yeah, exercise science. Come on, dude. Nah, so like tryouts my freshman year, I went there and I had pretty high expectations for myself. I'm like, hey, like like, this is high school basketball. This is what I dreamed of. I grew up watching Connor and Trevor play, and this is like my dream to play varsity basketball. I kind of knew my freshman year it would be tough to make varsity. But when I got my report back, I went and talked to my head coach, and he's like, listen, we can either put you on JV, and you can kind of just be like a role player, kind of this and this, or we can put you on the C team, on the freshman team, and you can kind of like be the dude and improve a lot. That's my freshman year.
Wow. Okay.
So, and he told me, I remember in this meeting, his name was Blake Conley, my high school coach. I love him to death. He actually helped me a lot with this the recruitment process. But he told me, he's like, I think you could be one of the best players that ever come out of Union if you just work and work and work, even though, like, you're not there yet and you're pretty far from it right now. Like, if you continue to work, you could be one of the best players at Union. And I took that, and I'm like, all right, I trust you. And so he put me on the C team, had a good time there. The next year, I grew to like 6 feet, 6'1". Sophomore year, played on JV, was a role player, didn't really like do a whole lot. Yeah. And then the summer for my junior year, I grew to like 6'2", 6'3". Kind of grew into my body a little bit. And then finally made varsity, started my first game. And my first varsity basketball game, I went 0 for 9 with 0 points. Smoked like 3 lays. I'm pretty sure I bricked a 3. It was bad. I had nerves. But ended up having a decent junior year. And then in state my junior year, we were the number 2 seed, I think, with Gonzaga Prep above us. And we ended up getting upset in the first round against Curtis. And I will never forget that moment when our point guard shot the 3 to tie it, and I was standing underneath the basket going like, holy crap, please go in, please go in. I see it airball. I put my hands on my head, and I just remember thinking like, no way, this is real. Like, all this just happened. And that kind of fire fueled me that whole summer, and I made a promise to myself, made a promise to my point guard. We're both going to be seniors the next year, and just saying basically like, I'm going to work harder than anybody else. And I promise you, like, I'm going to do that, and you're going to keep me accountable, and I'm going to keep you accountable, and we're going to get back to state, and we're going to do this again next year. So I worked my tail off that summer, grew an inch or two, and that's when that was a huge summer for me in terms of improvement. And then my senior year, we went in, had a really, really good team. That same point guard tore his ACL about 17 games in. It was really, like, heart-wrenching. But we were 17-0, and we kept winning. And then we got to state, got to the semis, and then just too much firepower from the other team. Yeah. We ended up losing the semis, and then we won our third place game, and we finished the year 26-1. And the last game of the year, I was able to wear Brad's jersey because he wasn't able to be there, and it was really cool. It was a really cool experience, you know. Like, although we didn't win state, we didn't accomplish our goals. Like, I wouldn't have redone it any different, just because it was a really special bond that we all had together. We still talk like we talked in a group chat a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's cool.
About different things, and so it was a really cool experience. So I love my high school experience.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. I love, like, the fact that it wasn't all, you know, rainbows and, you know, roses for you. 100%. Like, you actually had to work. I think that resonates with a lot of people just in high school and trying to figure out their life. I know a lot of people hit me up all the time. They're like, hey, it's not going my way. What advice do you have? So I think that is, like, they need to hear exactly that, you know?
Yeah, it didn't happen all at once, too. Like, the fact that you had 2 years of high school where it was kind of a struggle, still growing into your body and stuff. You just stay the course, and that's a good lesson for the youngins out there. Keep grinding. This dude lives in the gym. I lived with this dude for 2 years, and he's always in the gym. Even if he's, like, got some minor injury, he's, like, taping it up and going to the gym. So the work shows.
White chocolate, bro. White chocolate.
Trying to be like you,
Tooley is like probably one of the most athletic white dudes.
Oh, yeah. Probably. I mean, Utah, 40, 41-inch vert. Is that what it is?
Is that what it is?
Something like that.
Oh, my God.
I mean, y'all got to go watch that WAC tournament, those highlights.
The shots a little bit. You know, you don't know how to calibrate.
I'm jumping too high, man. Golly, you got to chill out.
Oh, that's funny. TH actually has some funny stories that he told me before. So we kind of want to play a quick game. So Tooley is a man with a lot of hidden talents. You play the piano. How good are you at the piano?
Not great. I play by ear.
You can play it.
Yeah. I'm not a great...
Be confident.
I love it. He can do some things.
I can't play the piano. I wish I did. That's a huge regret.
Yeah.
And then you're a guitar player.
A little bit.
Okay. And
big time.
We have a great instrument behind you.
Yo.
We'll have Kennedy, can you grab it for us? We're going to play a game, okay?
All right, here we go.
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh.
Sheesh, dude.
That is a beauty. Did you name her?
No. Should I?
I think you should name it.
I
Name it on the
wanna
pod.
name it.
What do you want to name it?
Trevin Hayhurst. How about that?
Whoa.
Hayhurst, wow.
Interesting little combo right there.
Wow.
Go ahead, then.
GTH. Love it. So what's your favorite song to play?
Probably I See Fire.
Can you play a little bit? You don't have to play the whole song because I know it's long, but
For the intro for y'all.
these kind of guys, this is a big
dude.
time. Okay.
Female viewership's about to go crazy on this episode, dude.
Is it, I think, T-Tool5?
On
Instagram handle.
IG.
Tap in.
IG, Snapchat, all platforms.
I got you, bro.
Hey, you can add the vocals too, Tuli.
I'm not singing. I told you that. I told you that's for y'all. That's for y'all to do.
Big time singer too.
Okay.
What else you want to hear?
Do you have a Charlie Puth song?
Any Charlie Puth. Bro.
This guy and Charlie, bro.
You
What's
know
your
what
top
just came
three?
to my mind?
What's your top three,
Bro, we
bro?
did a podcast probably 2 years ago. And Trevin made me sing Charlie Puth.
I did. Will you
I-
sing a little bit?
No, I'm not
Just
singing
a
it,
little.
bro.
Just a
I already
little.
did that for y'all.
Bro,
Give
just
the
a little
people
bit.
what they want, bro.
Bro, come on. Just a little bit. Here, I'll get a video out. All right, here we go. Start it up. Little song. Just like 15 seconds. Here we go.
Go crazy, man. Do your thing.
I don't know what to play, dog. I got stage fright, bro.
Charlie Puth, come on. Sing a little.
One call away, bro.
All right, you guys ready? You gotta join me.
Okay, go really. I want you to sing a little.
One call away. Superman's got nothing on me. I'm singing the wrong lyrics. I'm only
Make some verses. We good. We good.
call away.
Wow, that was really good.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
That's
You had a
fantastic.
good voice.
Thank you, bro.
Oh my
Dude,
gosh.
trust me,
White
it's-
chocolate
it's-
with the voice goes
It's
crazy.
impossible. When this dude's around, bro, at night, I mean, it's hard to compete with this dude.
Do you bring it by the fire, like bonfire, and sing and like play?
I haven't, bro. I feel like that's my next step.
That's
I gotta
like-
be like a bonfire guitarist.
Yeah, that's like the next level right there.
So there's like guitarists, and then there's like bonfire guitarists.
Yeah, that's fair. I think you've made the step though. I think you can take the challenge.
Yeah.
Going down to Texas now, son.
Fort Worth ain't
Fort
ready.
Worth. Let's go. Speaking about Texas, you committed to TCU.
Dude,
I know you were a highly sought out guy.
thank you.
Give it around for Kennedy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
Dito.
you're really hot, like sought out transfer in the portal. What made you ultimately decide to go to TCU?
A lot of different reasons. I think the biggest thing for me was fit. I think coming out of Utah Valley, like I had a really good thing going for me there. But it was mid-major. With NIL, it's a whole different ballgame nowadays. And I wanted to go to a place where the coach valued me, where I feel like I could be myself and play, and be an integral role on a good team. So with TCU being in the Big 12, like it's one of the better conferences in
Was
the
that?
country.
It's
One of the better,
no.
the best.
There we go.
The
There
best
we go.
conference
The
in the
best
country.
conference in the country.
I can stand behind that. I like that. Nah, so it's the best conference in the
I
country.
like that.
I feel like Jamie Dixon really knows what he's doing, the head coach down there. Been around the game for a long time. Loves the way I play, and my play style fits TCU really well. And I feel like I can succeed there. And so I feel like the fit basketball-wise was there. And that's kind of what I want to do to try to further my career as much as possible.
I like that.
It's big time, bro. Excited for you.
Appreciate
About to put the Cougs on notice next year.
Whoa, hey. I guess I'm graduated, so we're good.
I think,
BYU, watch out.
I think last year y'all played at TCU, so this year it's going to be the return of Thule to the Marriott Center.
Ooh.
Wow.
Don't get nervous. Just go crazy. I want you to go crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm stoked for that game. I don't know whether I'm gonna hear cheers or boos or whatever it is, but I'm stoked for that game.
That's gonna be big time.
I'm excited for you, man. I know TCU and I think you talked great about the fit. I think a lot of hoopers that with NIL being what it is, and I wish I had another year because that money would be nice. I can't find my seventh one. Come on, bro.
Well, you gotta have some injury somewhere.
You can squeeze one more, bro.
You gotta claim mental health or something.
But I feel like a lot of people are chasing that dollar bill, that the best, looking school, the best, uniform, the clout and all that. But I think fit, the coach, the relationship is way more important in terms of your progress, your career, what you see after basketball and stuff like that. So I'm super proud of you, man. That's huge, and I think you're grown up. You're really mature, which is. I didn't know if that was gonna happen.
Wow, that's crazy.
I'm just kidding.
Hey, but don't get us wrong; those TCU uniforms do look clean.
They're clean.
That purple,
That
purple is tough.
You want to hear a fun fact that I learned on my visit down there? The horned frog splits blood out of his eyes.
Wow.
That's why you have the red on the jersey.
Yes. I watched a video on this yesterday. I had to look it up. I had to see a video.
Diving in.
We were really confused when we played them. We're like, why is there red on their jersey? There's there's no red.
There's no red.
And it's because of that. It's cool. It's sick. Wow. Well, Thule, I really appreciate you. Do you have, I guess we'll do at the very end, we'll have you say a little bit, some advice for young hoopers and just anybody in general looking for advice. But Thule, TH, do you have any funny story you want to say? Anything? Can you sign off Thule from the hot seat?
Oh boy.
No, I mean I was gonna put him on blast, talk about his one-on-one with Parker Reed back in the day from the Annex, but
Parker Reed goes crazy.
If you want to hear about that, let us know in the comments. But
just DM Thule, T-Tool5.
Yeah. He doesn't want to see P. Ree in the midi. That's all I'm saying.
P. Ree with the midi with that spin around jumper. But yeah, tough. I appreciate you. I know we didn't even touch on it, but you served a mission. You got to go through that process as well. I know that's always hard, but I just think your sacrifice, I think it's always going to help you. I think God's always going to help you. So appreciate you, man. Excited for your journey. Can't wait you to drop 30, 40 in the Marriott to Shooter's Gym. Hopefully we can say you're a shooter. He is white chocolate. He is white chocolate. But yeah, appreciate you, man. So give it a round for Thule.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, love y'all boys.
We're going to switch it real quick. Eagle.
What's up? What up?
What up? We'll get to all his sayings, bro. So you're from Eagle, Idaho?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Let's go, man. So you have, how many people are in your family?
So there's 6, including me. So we got mom, dad, big bro, Austin. He's getting married, so that's big time.
It's cool.
Shout out big bro. But little sister plays volleyball at Kansas, and little brother is still in high school. So
athletes.
Yeah.
Let's go. And then have you always wanted to play basketball growing up?
Yeah, I really liked football. I played football not kind of until middle school, and I was better at basketball, and so I kind of just didn't want to get injured and miss the whole basketball season because I get injured in the fall. So I stopped playing football, but I mean, I'm still a huge Raiders fan, still big football guy.
Big Raiders guy over here.
We just got Ashton Genty, so pretty excited about
big.
that. Yeah.
You guys still need a coach and a quarterback.
Oh, we got Pete Carroll and Gino. That's all we need. Come on. Gino, we ain't riding back.
Hey, side note, we'll get to this, but you were the quote of the 30 for us for a little bit about a lot of people wrote us off, but we didn't write back.
Yeah, you gave me a little shout out. I appreciate that, man.
It was funny. Some people were like, well, didn't Gino say it? I'm like, yes, Gino said it, but TH said it a couple years ago. So TH resurrected the quote. But that is super cool.
I remember those pregame speeches in the WCC tournament especially. Gosh. Those were electric, man.
Those were electric.
Oh, my goodness. I think that's where that came up, right?
It was a little bit earlier, and then it kind of kept going for a little bit. But, yeah, I mean, you gotta fill my role, I guess. And it was the speech guy was the role at the time.
Guy.
So
that's a hard role.
Had to lock in on it. It was, especially when teammates wouldn't be so willing to give speeches when I'd ask them and stuff. You know, it was.
So is that a shot?
I'll give you context. So Coach Pope, he loved right before we would go out for our final warm up, he would let us do a pregame speech, and then we'd say a prayer, and he loved the players to get pregame speeches. So my freshman year, I feel like I gave 6. Then my sophomore year, I feel like I gave a ton, and then TH, the man, the myth, the legend, dropped in, and his speech just killed it. Coach Pope was almost in tears with how much he loved it.
That's crazy.
And I'm pretty sure we won. And then you gave another speech another couple games later, and we won again. And it was when I was out. So Coach was like, our season wasn't great, but Coach, every single time TH would give a speech, we won. So he's like, TH, you got to give a speech again. And I remember TH gave a speech. It was good. TH would always give a speech, a good quote, and then he would finish with an incredible finish line. And I remember he didn't do it one time, and the speech was still good, but we lost. And Coach Pope would be like, TH, you got to bring better juice. I was like, that is not how
there was some crazy superstitions there with Coach for a little bit.
Mark Pope was one of the most superstitious guys I know.
So funny.
It was hilarious.
Oh, my gosh. But, yeah, talk about your, I know you started your career out at BYU.
Yeah.
Again, it wasn't all rainbows and roses, but talk about, your red shirt, how that went, and then you transferred to CSI.
Yeah, no, BYU was great for me personally and on the court development-wise. Obviously, like you said, that first year redshirting, was lucky enough to have Trev also redshirting. I guess wasn't lucky for you, but
hey, that
was fun. War Dogs.
That green squad.
Our green squad was
high level,
Thule joined us halfway, and so we had all the fellas, and the redshirt year was great, just being able to develop, obviously in the weight room a lot, and just get better on the court, practice with the fellas, and then, it really prepared me well for when I ended up transferring to CSI. So
let's go. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm looking up pictures because we have so many pictures together. It's kind of dumb.
I know we got flash up on the camera the War Dog pictures.
How do you do that?
Shout out Eric
the animated
Shork.
thing.
Okay, I got a couple things. I'm trying to find I'm pretty sure you were. Oh, it's right here.
Oh no, bro!
Will you show that to the camera?
Let me see.
It's our road pick.
That's tough.
So
that's high level.
That's high level. I remember we worked out.
How Dong and BMO.
Elite group. I just texted Hal the other day.
We worked out, and then there was a sauna. Oh my gosh, the
Four
sauna.
Seasons, bro.
Yes, the Four Seasons.
One of the nice hotels I've ever stayed in my life.
It was really good. Fantastic. I remember we saw a lot of famous people there. And then we were in the sauna room, and we're all very, respectful, how basketball some people are. And Thule goes to the opposite side, rips off his towel, and is just chilling like this. Just loving life. There was a lot of you couldn't see nothing, but talk about my man, confident.
He's built different, folks.
But yeah, that was super, super funny. The War Dogs, that was a gauntlet to get through.
It was, yeah. Every day, I swear those lifts were pushing 2 hours.
Pushing 2 hours,
long,
literally
bro.
just.
I was legit terrified of that man.
Yeah, Coach Shork definitely got us right, but definitely some things where I was like, I think this is borderline insane what we're doing.
Yeah, no, 100%. I remember going before lifts. I'm down in the locker room. I'm looking at the clock. It's we're about to lift in 10 minutes, and I'm just shaking.
I know,
I'm just trying to go pee again.
It's so just did I eat too much?
Yeah,
because I might throw up.
Yes, and I love him now, bro. I freaking love Coach Shork.
Shork's the guy.
But that year, whew.
What was the hardest lift you had to do with that man?
Dude, I think the ones
most memorable.
Bro, we would do back squat and then also either deadlift or clean right after.
Cleans.
And then we would go out and do that full court drill. You remember the full court layups?
The layups?
Yes, bro.
Oh,
we do that
gosh.
3 or 4 times.
Yes. And he'd get mad every single time. He's like, "You're not doing it right."
Yeah, it was a combination of everything. It was just a lot. So,
yeah,
but I mean, it obviously was something that we had to go through.
Yeah, that was
good.
up there.
I don't know.
What's your hardest?
I don't know if you were here, but I think it was me, TH, and BMO or How or one of us, and we were doing an Oklahoma drill, but basketball. So we had like 6 feet of cone. The cones are 6 feet apart. There's a defender here, offensive guy with the ball. You had to get through this line, and the defender could foul you as much as he wanted. I'm like, this is football.
That is
This is not basketball.
You should have just picked it up and ran.
Literally. I don't know. Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
That was insane.
I mean, we had so many crazy days with the War Dogs. So.
War Dogs. I remember. I have a couple stories. We had the bike. I don't think you guys are here yet. We put a foam roll with the Aerodyne bike, assault bikes, and you had to go as hard as you can and let the air push the foam roll to touch the other guy's bike. But usually, like, if you look on videos, you're, like, pretty close. So it doesn't take too much. It's like whoever goes harder wins. But these were, like, it was, like, 6 feet apart. So you get, like, as hard as you can. It would get, like, really close. And all the guy had to do was, like, barely move it. And it would, like, blow the other way.
Yeah.
I remember, shout out Richard Harward. He tried, like, he was going as hard as he could, but it wouldn't move. And he, like, jumped off and was, like throwing up, like, immediately. That was crazy. Yeah, Shork's lifts were absolutely insane. 100 reps sometimes.
Yeah.
And then go on the treadmill for a treadmill program sprint.
Bike sprints. Treadmill program on the road was crazy.
Crazy.
Oh, my gosh.
That Salt Lake Hotel.
Salt Lake Hotel. RIP BMO.
Or the 30-miler.
Yeah. Oh,
Me and Richard rode to Salt
Lake. You guys did ride to Salt Lake on an assault bike.
That was crazy.
I don't think you were here. Yeah, I think you left. But talk about the international trip we went on. That was super tough.
Yeah, that trip was fun. Being with all the guys. Like we had games, but it felt like we were like just vibing, like just having fun.
Yes.
Like Milan, Venice. Croatia was dope. I think Dubrovnik was probably the coolest spot.
Place. I do too.
And then that little felt like we were like Jack Sparrow
on the cruise ship.
Yeah, bro, that ship was tough. No,
you would have thrived there, my guy. You would have thrived.
I thought I would have done something I would have regretted.
No, that trip was awesome. I think honestly, like when I talk to people about that season at BYU, I'm like, that trip like brought everybody together so much.
I wish we could do more, like every 2 years or something.
Like I thought that was a huge part of like our team chemistry that year, and like how much it jumped from the year before. I think was a lot due to just getting close to everybody on that trip.
I agree. Well, transitioning to CSI, how was CSI, man?
It was great. Yeah, it was.
JUCO ball,
it's definitely different. Yeah, JUCO ball is a lot different from Division I and especially from like the Big 12. But I mean, great experience, obviously. Great teammates, great coaches. We had a pretty good year. So yeah, it was fun.
I love that.
It was good.
I remember coming back to watch TH down. I got to watch him play one game this year in person.
Cool. I remember I watched it online. I was like, let's go.
Oh yeah. But we went down to Snow, which Shork is there, by the way.
Yes. RP Snow.
Yeah. Saw him down there. It was good to see him. But we went down to watch TH play Snow, and Snow's really good. They're a really good basketball team.
They had a good team.
And they ended up beating them. But I remember they ran this play called button hook. And it's where TH gets a post isolation about mid-post and the left side.
Mid-post.
And he scored on it like twice in a row. And me and all my buddies were on the side like, button hook! Button hook! Nah, TH is a hooper down there.
TH is sneaky with it.
No, yeah.
He got like a little wiggle to him. Got a nice little shot. We call him the Clay of BYU. Clay Thompson.
The Sham God midi though.
Sham God midi. I've not seen that one. I'm gonna have to pull that up.
Look up on YouTube. Right here.
That's in the archives. That's deep in the archives.
Now, TH, talk about like your development. Like what kind of things that you wanted to develop when you went to CSI, your goals, and then where you are now that prepared you to go back to D1 and play SU next year.
Big time question from Tully, man.
My gosh, co-host.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that was a big part of leaving BYU was just being able to get on the court more and develop my game. And so going to CSI with Coach Reiner and the staff, obviously they had a lot of faith in me to come in and be a guy after really not playing for 4 years, basically 4 years. And going there really wanted to develop my game further as far as like being able to shoot off of different actions a little bit more. I watch a lot of Trev, a lot of different guys, a lot of Thule. Thule's too athletic for me to take from his game. But Trev and Spence, shout out Spence, watching them for the 2 years and trying to like take pieces of their games and implement it into mine. Obviously, was able to do a lot more off the bounce as well at CSI, just because different level. At BYU, our offense wasn't really conducive to that. But
ever.
Yeah. And so I feel like I had a lot of more freedom at CSI to just get better and do what I wanted to do. And we had a lot of success that year. Obviously, like you said, Snow had a great team, and so we ended up losing to them in the region championship. But really can't say enough about the guys and the staff at CSI.
That's big time. I like Thule, I respect you a ton from like a lot of people also like just go in the transfer portal and they just keep, they bounce around a ton, and like you bet on yourself, went to JUCO, you went down a level, and now you're going back to SU. So like that takes a lot of like confidence, betting on yourself, and like just trusting, God and trusting the process, and you did it. Like you're a proven factor. So I think that's super, super cool.
Appreciate it.
No, we always used to tease TH, be like, man, TH, every time you get the ball, you need to shoot it. And like us as like as brothers and like best friends, like yes, it's true. Like we want you to shoot the ball, but the main thing is that TH I think developed this year is his confidence. I think his confidence kind of shot through the roof, and I can see that envelop in you. So I'm so stoked to watch you at SUU and watch that just keep growing and growing, and watch you just become a better player, man.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
I just need one dunk. Your career.
We'll see. I mean, I'm trying to keep it with Trev for zero in the career.
Easy. Warm-up dunks, those are up there.
Sound like on 5-1 right now.
Well, TH, appreciate you. I know we had a couple battles with Madden. Pretty sure,
I came
we don't want to bring it up because he's a little salty about it.
I came out on the winning end.
But TH is a heck of a Madden player. And I think I feel like you have a really good relationship with a lot of guys. Thule, what are 3 sayings that TH says all the time? We have fetch.
Oh my, yeah, that's one. Fetch. No, it's more like fetch.
I haven't been using that one as much.
What's the next one?
No, there's one when he first got back from his mission. He used to say the word chief all the time.
Chief.
Like,
that's
that's fine. That's fine.
That's like 3 years ago.
Okay.
Come on.
What's the last one?
I think his last one that he says all the time is, "Come on, dude.
Come on, dude." Come on, dude is up there.
A big one.
Come on, dude is like number 1 probably.
I like come on, dude. That's a big one.
Was there any other at BYU that you said that we?
That's crazy. It was a big one. That's crazy.
Spencer would always say, "Dude, that's crazy."
Yeah, Spence loved. He loved clowning all my sayings, but that's crazy. It was a big one.
Spence is big bro for real.
Big bro. Hazing, loving, all sorts of it.
The full experience of Spence.
I love that.
Dude's crazy.
Well, shout out to you guys. You guys are still hooping. We'll definitely follow you guys. We got TCU over here. We got SEU right here. So type into their schedules, their games. They're going to be hooping. They're going to be all-stars. So appreciate you guys hopping on the pod. If you guys want, Thule, you can start. Just look at the cameras, tell kind of like what your advice is for both young hoopers, just people in general, about going through life and what your advice is.
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep it simple. I think the best thing that you can do as a person, as a hooper, is just keep playing, keep grinding. Your work will equal out your confidence. A lot of people say like all you need is confidence, but your confidence comes from your work, and when you work hard, that also comes. And so throughout everything, throughout life, throughout hoops, like you just got to keep playing, keep working, and everything will work out. And trust God.
Love it.
Dang, bringing God into it too.
I love it. Okay, that is
well-rounded guy right here, truly. No, same vibes. I think the work always shows, right? You can't really hide from the work, and so it's all about consistency, being able to do it every single day in the gym. And like Thule said, trust in God. Everyone has a story, right? Thule's got a story. I've got a story. Trev's got a story, and it's different for everybody. But you got to trust God and just believe that He knows what's best for you.
Wow, got an applause for you guys. Love that.
What are you, Trev?
Man,
people don't ask you questions very often.
I know. We probably should do a Q&A one time. My thing is similar to what you guys said. definitely just I kind of told you guys before. I got a text right before I went out on the Sweet 16 game, and the text was from Jaeger's trainer, and I was fortunate to work out with him quite a bit leading up to the tournament. And he just said, "Hey, you put in the work. Now go out there, trust your process, thank God, and have fun." And I think like those three things really resonated a ton with me, because when you think about basketball, you think about life, it is like a lot of times we're doing it like you're playing a game, you're playing a kid's game. Have fun with it, enjoy it. It's only a specific time you're able to play. I'm trying to figure out my life right now. Like, my advice to you guys would be enjoy it. It goes by so fast. And don't ever like take for granted the kind of the platform you guys have. A lot of young kids look up to you guys. And so just be true to who you are when the lights are on and when the lights are off.
It's a wise man right here.
Drop from Trev right there.
But I appreciate you guys. But yeah, we good? And then sign off.
Yep.
Thank you guys for tuning in to the Life Beyond the Three presented by the Center Street Media. Please tune in with Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. Catch you guys next time.